We all want life to feel easy, and we want it to feel easy all the time. But the problem is, oftentimes we run into days where things feel so hard. We all know that ideally we want to be intentional with our lives, and we want to think about how we want to live, and we want to, decide on what to do with our lives, and we want to commit to doing them. But when it comes time to do them, it's just so hard. So, suppose you want to be able to speak French, and the ability to speak French sounds really appealing, and you're like, oh man, it'd be so cool. I want to learn how to speak French. I want to speak French. But now, in order to speak French, what are the things that you do need to do in order to get to that state? Day to day. It is being frustrated at vocabulary cards, getting corrected by other people about how you're speaking something wrong, being frustrated that you don't understand, being like words not being able to come out of your mouth because your tongue's not used to being French yet. Now, when you say you want to learn French, it's less likely that you want to be experiencing those things. But we have all these desires, and our desires tend to be located around the outcomes. But every day, the things that we do that lead us to those outcomes, we don't want to do. Because why? It's hard. So, French is like an oversimplified example. But if you're in the place in life where you really want to change your life, you suppose you have a you know long history of depression. You have a long history of being just profoundly sad, and you want to make some changes. You want to go outside more. You want to wake up earlier, and you want to cook some breakfast for yourself, and you want to do all these things. And now morning comes, and no, it almost feels impossible, right? When the next day actually comes, and when it's actually time to deliver on those things, it feels near impossible to do them. It feels so hard. But I want you to understand, in the physical world, there are things that are impossible. So, for example, I am a biological male. I cannot get pregnant, and I cannot grow a tail. So, some things like this, right? Without modifications to my body, I can't organically do these things. And without any modifications to my body, I can't be a cyborg. And no matter how hard I try, I will probably never run 100 meters in under 10 seconds in my life. Because why? I just don't have the uh, skeletal muscular structure to allow for that. And with my age and the intensity of athletics I can endure, again, without any performance enhancing drugs, I'm realistically not going to be able to reach sub 10-second in 100 meters simply because of biology and simply because of physics. Like, my joints would not be able to handle that level of explosiveness. So, we've, in the physical realm and in the biological realm, there are impossibilities, right? For example, I cannot survive 100 feet tall fall, free fall. I can't realistically survive that. Now, but the thing is, inside the realm of your mind, things feel impossible, yeah? But you know it's not. It's just unfathomable to you at this point. So, for example, suppose I gave a gentle kiss to a cockroach on my hand. Now, the very idea of this is extremely unappealing to me, and I'm pretty sure that if a cockroach was actually in the palm of my hand, I would not be talking like this, right? Like, theoretically, I know I'd be fine, and you know what? Like, I've I can face it and whatever, right? Like if it has to come to this, I can accept it. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. But should the cockroach be actually on the palm of my hand, as I do this, right? It'll feel impossible. But why? It's not, right? Like biologically there's nothing that blocks my muscles from retracting. There's nothing that stops from my neck muscles from doing this, right? So it all depends on what's here. This makes it feel this and this. They work in unison to tell you this cannot happen. This is impossible. But it's not, right? And we really have to understand how much is capable here and how much we are kind of putting limiters on it to continue living life in the way that we are comfortable with. So, every day, even if it's just for really, 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 really small things, if you exercise challenging those limiters in your life, right? For example, waking up 5 minutes earlier every day. Eventually, you're gonna come to a point where you significantly, change the wake up time, and now at that point, you're gonna have to make a decision, right? Do I just go back to bed? It's like I have like 2 more hours till I usually wake up. But now, you've already woken up 5 minute incrementally. So you know this is possible because why? You've already done it multiple times. So, just like this simplified example, if you can really evaluate the things that feel so impossible in your life and work on incrementally challenging that, right? So why do I use the word challenge? Because just because you try it, you're not guaranteed to get it. Like you may look at the alarm 5 minutes, but then nothing's stopping you from going back to sleep. So just because you attempt, you're not guaranteed to succeed. But what tends to happen when you try these big attempts? You have these big attempts, and then you fail, and then you're disappointed in yourself, and you're likely to never try again. I want you to incrementally challenge, because so that even if you disappoint yourself, you see a sliver of possibility. Oh, today I failed because of XYZ, but tomorrow I think it'll be different. And once you get into a habit of incrementally and periodically challenging what feels impossible for you, again, not physically, not biologically, but here, then you can try bigger things in life. Because why? You've already known, you already have experience of breaking down your boundary, no matter how small they are. It doesn't matter how big or small the realm of that impossibility is. Breaking that level of impossibility is the same, regardless of the size. So I invite you today. What feels impossible for you? And let's challenge that.